to finish him, though, Vic.
Dead to rights.
Oh, yeah.
He has a champion dead to rights. And it's mission accomplished.
Wow.
Here's your winner and the new NXT champion, Tony D'Angelo. This man has thought about this moment since the first day he stepped into the Performance Center. The Immortal Hulk Hogan!
In wrestling, you should be remembered from all the wars you've been and everything you've done.
Look at this. I don't believe it.
Some people hate me, but after I'm gone, I think people don't know the truth. Who was this guy really? Oh, that's the hardest part, standing up. I really was here for a reason more than just wrestling.
The fans liked believing Hulk was Superman.
Is it art? Is it fakery? What is it?
Oh, there she goes. 1, 2, kick out.
Life was so clear. Where did that life go? The mistakes shone through.
Most of us think of Hulk Hogan as the king of the ring. But was there a sinister side to his success?
What Hogan preaches is apparently not what he practices.
I was running pretty hard partying. Maybe I was drunk, maybe I was high. I don't know what to tell you.
It's kind of like a recipe for disaster.
There are millions of kids that have believed in me and what I stand for.
You're a liar.
The character was so strong. Terry got lost along the trip.
Hulk Hogan has torn down everything that he once built.
Really want me to tell the truth? Okay. I know where all the bodies are buried.
We literally didn't speak to each other anymore. But I realized I still love him.
One night they love you, one night they don't.
I mean, there's Hulk and there's everybody else.
Terry Boyd was just a human being. But when I went in that ring, brother, I was Hulk Hogan. The character helps people. That's all I know. I can't predict what the final act of the story is going to be. But the legend of Hulk Hogan will live forever.
I was doing a Q&A, and I was asked when I was going to return to the WWE. And I said that I thought the business had passed me by. This business that I loved since I was a kid, I could no longer watch. I thought it was absolute shit. Randy called me. He said the business didn't pass you by. It's just gone in a direction that none of us like. And I thought to myself, who's us? Randy Orton? And he talked about the forgotten WWE fan, the Attitude Era fan, the one who woke up thinking to themselves, what? The ones who walked around and said, if you smell! The fans that put this company on their back to launch it into the multi-billion world universe that it is now, we've been forgotten about. Why? When I turn on WWE TV, I have to watch 2 5'5" guys do a 45-minute Iron Man match 10 weeks straight for no rhyme or reason when Randy Orton is around. Why do I turn on Netflix and I see all of Gorilla themselves episode after episode after episode when Randy Orton is around? Tickets to WrestleMania are still somehow available when Randy Orton is around. And SmackDown, fresh off the worst rated episode of all time.
My bloated cousin isn't on the board of directors.
I don't surround myself with wise men and advocates and yes men who want to protect myself from the truth. No, my daddy wasn't a pro wrestler who gave me a favor job because I sucked at football. No. I have paid my dues, and I have earned and deserved everything I bust my ass for. And you are just a buck-toothed Nepo baby who ate dog food for a weird old man. And that weird old man for years treated me like a dog, and he expected me to smile. But I had F-U money, so I took that and my dignity and I left. And that's why you hate me. It's because you can't control me like you control some of the people, like you control your cousins and your family. They can't control me.
In 3, 2, 1, clap.
Huh?
Benoit balls.
I still think Kevin Sullivan did it.
I'm Aubrey Edwards. I'm not a wrestler.
Tony's quick sniffs of the week.
No, just my dickhead friends causing concussions and shit. All right, never mind.
There's barbecue sauce. So good, half the face don't work.
With Hogan that close up on the fucking camera reminds me of my racist uncle. I know you ain't listening, but you know who you are, you fucking racist.
Uncle. Oh my God, for real, don't tell me that's his name. Oh, no way. I was kidding. I swear to God. It was just the first thing that came to my head. It was the first thing.
Welcome to the Top of Wrestling with your hosts ODM and the Professor.
Good wrestling day. I'm back and tanner than ever.
In some areas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Top of Wrestling podcast. I'm the Professor, he's ODM, and we're here as we are every Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and the X. We appreciate you being here every Wednesday at noon, where we talk wrestling. For now. And then, we also got a lot of things we're going to be talking about today. We got news, we got our normal results, we got predictions, because we got a pay-per-view this weekend for AEW, and then the following weekend, we are going to be dealing with WrestleMania weekend. We got our Bring It to the Table. Wow, I look at last week, I did get to listen to the show, and we'll tap into that when we have a moment here, ODM, but I'm excited that we're going back to the beginning of the Monday Night Wars. This is the official head-to-head first time Raw versus Nitro. Excited to talk about this. Plus, I put the top topic in the hands of ODM because, well, I've been out on holiday, which I like your description. Professor's on holiday. I like that. Did you even notice I was gone? I was on holiday a whole week. This week we're talking Undertaker's WrestleMania matches, and ODM has ranked them in order of which he thinks are the worst to the best. And I know that he said there's 3 that are guaranteed. Number 1, number 2, and last place. I think I know last place. I'm pretty sure on it. Second place could be a little because I know everybody likes to talk 26, but I think the Hell in a Cell match is a little bit different, so we'll get there. Oh, hey, ODM, how are you?
Hey-oh! Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I did like last week. You did your own hey-oh for Sonny. You did a Scott Hall hey-oh, and you did the Omar hey-oh. And I go, oh, shit, this dude got them all. That was really exciting. So look at, yes, in the Virgin Islands, which I loved. I'm not going to lie. As soon as I saw the name of the list, The name of the show was Virgin Islands Playlist. I go, this motherfucker. Oh, what did he do? He didn't fuck with me, man, too much.
Nope. No.
What is funny, though, is I had a panic attack. And I'll tell you why. The night before we officially took off, I was
Great
trying
Beatles
to
song, by the way.
What's that?
Great Beatles song, by the way, the night before. Oh,
yeah,
the night was in your eye. Oh, the night. Sorry.
Wait, who sings that?
The Beach Boys.
Yeah, you. Fuck. Yeah, you bastard. I almost had you. So, the night before we left, my wife asked me to get some music set up for her.
Oh, nice.
And I made a folder on our personal Google Drive.
Nice.
And it was called the Virgin Islands Playlist.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I go, oh, no.
Oh, that would have been great.
Did I share it?
I wish.
Did I share it and ODM saw this? And I was freaking out the whole thing because I'm not going to lie. My wife wanted some, like, Harry Styles and shit. You know what I mean? Like, some out of the ordinary shit. But I'm saying, like, I was like, oh, fuck, he's going to rip me apart on the podcast. And he didn't. But now I just blew myself in anyway. But outside of that, I got to tell you, man, I was listening to the show. Now, great thing in the Virgin Islands. They are chicken nugget friendly. They have a place. I set myself up. We went on this nice. It had a nice name. It was like the Sunset No Footwear Tour on the blah blah blah. No, it was a fucking booze cruise. We were on a goddamn boat and it was an open bar. Psst. Okay. Now, that being said, before I left, I was listening to the show. I got to listen to you and your boys. Jealous as fuck. All right. I was like, oh, this is the show I would have been in on, man. Until the end. All right, guys, what do you want to close out with? I got nothing. Okay, all right, let's go.
Well, I did say, so I did the Hey Yo hat trick, but I also had another hat trick. Because I didn't just say, okay, all right, well, see you next week. No, I did close with something.
Well, yeah, I saw you close with the jelly roll thing as well. That shit bothered me. All right, but I actually messaged your boy on Facebook. I go, cool segment, man. Wish I would have been a part of that. Yeah, he didn't write back.
He does that. I'll bust his balls.
No, I really did like the segment. You guys kind of, I felt like were trying to fuck with me about my top three.
Just the one, and it was a weird one, just because it's not
Delicate
one that
Sounds of Thunder for Pink Floyd.
No, not Sounds of Thunder. We didn't even rip that. We just said it was just an odd choice, but we understood, it's cool. Okay. No, it was Pump. I just thought that Pump was just an odd choice. Now, I love that fucking album.
It was my youth, man. That's what it was.
Yeah, man.
It set up my youth into rock and roll, into at that time. It was my rock and roll. I grew up listening to my parents' stuff, but at that time when that came out, that was my shit.
My first concert was Aerosmith and Metallica, and Pump was the album that they had out during that fucking tour. So, I mean, yeah, dude, I love that. Now, let's go back.
Run away from the pain. Yay.
Dude, yeah, I actually heard that on our road trip, and I'll get into that. Loved that video as a kid. What It Takes is still one of my favorite ballads from the 90s. That song is so, and it's weird because depending on what version you get, like on the radio, sometimes they'll cut that end part short, which I hate. I want the extender. I want to hear them say "Let It Go" for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that. That's how I feel like when even look, if you're gonna play Freebird, don't play a fucking edited version.
Right.
Play the goddamn 10 minutes.
Just do it. Because all I can think of is Michael P.S. Hayes just going like that on the top.
And it's funny you say that. They did that with Amazing, Crying, Crazy.
Yes.
They cut all those songs for radio play, and I hate that shit.
So what I was going at was there. You said you heard the hidden track that was, you going on about Jelly Roll, and I put Wheezy in there. I had that clip saved, and shut the fuck up. Word. Did you listen to the second hidden track?
No, apparently I didn't realize there was a second one. I may have missed it.
You're going to listen to it on break, and when we come back, you got to tell me what it's from.
Okay. Now, I got to say this. All right, I'm going to dive in real quick here. First, while listening to the show, again, went to that chicken nugget place. So I am making myself, since we're on the island and we're playing One Love, One Heart. The entire time, all I listened to was fucking Bob Marley. That and UB40. For some reason, red wine, you make me feel so fine. Yeah, that shit was going all weekend too.
Fuck yeah. Actually, I don't think it was UB40 that did it.
Red wine, I think, was UB40.
No, it was a Neil Diamond. Oh yeah, it was UB40. There's another song I'm thinking of.
Go fuck
never
yourself.
mind. You go fuck yourself.
Because they also did the I can't help
falling in love with you.
The Sharon Stone movie that everybody jacked off to. One of them.
One of them.
So anyway.
Casino.
While we were doing that, I was making an island-style fat blunt.
Oh.
While listening to you
pineapple
guys.
In it?
No. But this is a very fucked up story, man. I've always been that person. You've been to my hotel room. You saw it. I always have on the outside, do not disturb. It's going to be that if I'm there for a day, 2 weeks, never come into my fucking room.
Same here, brother.
And we went out on a fucking booze cruise tour. I come back, thing was gone. I planned to have it for the final night on the beach right there. Blunt was stolen.
Get the fuck out of here.
No lie. And how do you go around being like, somebody take my drugs? So that was fucked up. However, only one thing I got to argue with you about. I can't believe you didn't bring up on that whole Cat Williams thing. You didn't bring up Steve Harvey. That was the best part. His shit about Steve Harvey stealing Mark Curry's act, all that stuff, being a country bumpkin, blah blah blah. Like, being like, my favorite part is when he says, "Man, I gotta say, without my wife, I'd be nowhere in life." Man, you said that about your first wife.
You had already brought that up to me, so I didn't feel. But I didn't focus in on Steve Harvey. I just brought up the whole, Cat Williams talking about the cabal of Steve Harvey and Cedric.
I'm shocked that you were like, it's all right for it. I loved it. I loved it.
I understand it was entertaining. It kept my you know what I mean? I watched it because I was like, okay, well, he is entertaining. He is a good performer. You know what I mean? He was funny as hell. That line about, I saw, what did he say? He's like, I saw my net worth. I was like, I had that on me. I thought that was
my thing is this. All right, man. He blew a lot of people in, and he was talking about Diddy before Diddy was even actually in a trial at this point. Again, you said it. This thing's 3 years old. Him, Corey Feldman. A lot of people think Corey Feldman's a weird motherfucker, but guess what? One of the only guys who's speaking out against a lot of the shit.
That's for a long time, too.
Guess what? On our fucking booze cruise, they had a thing called the painkiller. It was. Anyway.
A lot of ways I could go with that. I'll leave it alone.
Which I did a jet ski 2 days before that, and my body was sore. I almost flew off of the thing, and I squeezed real tight with my legs and held on real tight, didn't fucking fall off. But then my hip cramped up like an old man, like it's supposed to, because I'm old as fuck. So things were hurting. But once I had those drinks on the booze cruise, I was fine. And the guy pulls up and he goes, and up to our left, Epstein Island. We're like, get the fuck out of here.
They probably just tell people that.
Unbeknownst to me and my wife at the same time, we both, at separate times, were taking pictures with a middle finger in the middle of it towards Epstein Island. And we shared it with each other. I'm like, oh, look at that. You have the same picture as me. Yeah, dude. We actually were that close to that fucking place, man.
Creepy.
It's weird. It was really fucking weird. So anyway, now, all that being said, I'm pretty sure we could dive into wrestling, right?
Yeah, unless you got anything else. I'm trying to think about the episode.
Oh, no, there was one more thing I did want to bring up from last week. That lady who embezzled all that money and then took her kids to wrestling. It's funny, you go, she embezzled like $350,000 and took her kid to
that's what she spent. That's what she spent.
Right.
So that's not what she embezzled.
In my head, I go, oh, she went to one show. Because of how expensive shit is right now. But also, good for her. Anyway.
There's one thing, because you messaged me, you're like, yo, the week thing. He's like, put that up on the drive. You realize I've used that before, right?
I think I had, yeah.
When you were on vacation.
You playing Pearl Jam, and it's the girl, like, yeah, I get it. Collective Soul, thank you. Yeah, Shine Down, my bad. All right, let's talk wrestling.
Let's do it.
We've talked about, Hulk Hogan, his death, and how things have been, we'll say muddied in the waters, with his later part of his life, right? But there's a trailer coming out, and it's a 4-part series. It's going to be on Netflix, and it's his final interview. And he looks pretty fucking skinny and old in it. You know what I mean? Like, he's on his last days. Not going to watch it. Comes out a couple days after WrestleMania. I think it's the day after the Raw after WrestleMania. It's the April 22nd or some shit like that. Or, yeah, like maybe the Wednesday or something like that.
It would be April 20th, actually. Because 18th, the 18th is a Sunday.
Yes.
So 19th would be Monday, yeah.
Looks good. And he looks like he does address some things. We'll find out. Maybe he addresses the big elephant in the room. Maybe he doesn't, but I'm curious, and I'm going to watch it.
The best part is the clip of Bret Hart, and here's the thing. I haven't watched the trailer after I saw
it.
It's a lie.
Yeah, I sent you that great meme the other day. Tyson Kidd, paralyzed by Samoa Joe, forgives him. Big E, paralyzed by Ridge Holland, forgives him. Draws forgives D'Lo Brown. Bret Hart, fuck Bill Goldberg.
Everybody talks about
dude
Canadians.
Can walk and talk. Everybody else is fucked in some ways, right? This dude is. It's still great to me. Alberto Del Rio was arrested again for domestic abuse charges with his now girlfriend. So he did it to Paige. Now he's doing it on the new one. Apparently, on her face and arms were several marks. What a piece of shit. That's best. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, and they kept talking about, oh, maybe he'll show up. Maybe he'll show up. It's my aeroplane. But I mean, I don't. Are we surprised at this point?
No. That's why it was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
I almost didn't even put it in the news because I was like, it's a day that ends in Y. Okay.
I have so many fucked up things to say, and I'm just going to leave it alone. Mercedes, no belts. That's right. She had like 14 of them at one point. She actually ended up losing or vacating, remaining the final title. Now, I did see that you wrote here back and forth with Monet and APAC. What does she have? Does she have a different last name?
APAC is the last belt that she dropped, I believe. That's the promotion. And it was something like Ripley had put out a statement saying, I tried, we reached out, we didn't get anything back, so I'm just sending the belt back. And she literally said that, like sending the title back. And just like, we just can't do it anymore. Like we tried. And basically the promoter for APAC wrote back, like, yeah, it's kind of bullshit. We've actually reached out, and yeah, it just ain't working out, so fuck her. But even Wheezy was like, wow, I saw she dropped all her titles. I'm like, I fucking called it as soon as she got to like her third title. I'm like, great, she's going to win 20 of them, and then she's going to drop them all. And that's exactly what happened. It was one right after another. Which means she is likely going to AEW, and she is likely going to become the World Women's title champion.
Well, she's already in AEW, saying likely going there. She's there.
No. What I mean is she is going to return there full time, win the Women's World title. Yes.
Well, right now it's with Felka, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, if she's on my TV, yeah. So Megan Brain, same way, She can be on my TV all I want,
On Nikki Bella and Brie Bella's podcast, Nikki said, she's like, I wish they would just announce the matches so that, people could decide what night they really want to go to. And it's funny because I'm sure WWE's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. We want them to go to both nights. Like,
I know, right?
But obviously, we already know where everything's going to head this week. You already heard some of the sounds in the beginning coming, about the ticket prices. But It's funny because she's like, I'd like to even know what night I'm on. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to even tell your own family. You're like, we were what, 10 days away or whatever, and no one knew what they were even wrestling on.
I feel like this was planned because I don't know if you know this. I didn't put it in the notes or anything, but I do have it in my phone. This morning they did announce.
It was they announced it on ESPN recording before this morning's recording. So so we'll get that, which is weird because it looks like they put the entire order out as well, and that bothers me.
Yeah, because you want to be a little.
You want to keep me intrigued. You don't want me to leave. If I know the 2 matches in a row, I'm like,
yeah, I can go outside real quick.
Right now, night 1, I may miss most of it. I'm not shitting you. Willie Mack, he was a big hand that was a part of Ring of Honor. He also did some things with TNA and NWA and MLW. He called out Tony Khan because he's been sitting on the sidelines for 2 years. And he said, I'm basically about to become homeless. I call every week and ask if there's anything for me. And they said, well, you're getting paid, right? Yeah, I'm getting paid bullshit wages to sit at home and do nothing. It's just a touch better than unemployment, was what the guy's saying.
Yeah, pretty much, because he did mention, I saw the one thing he mentioned was that he was on a tier 0 contract to begin with, which is basically paid per appearance. And then they ended up putting him at like tier 1, which was like you get like a base salary and then more based on your appearances. But he's not getting any appearances, so I mean the money that he's making is probably fucking peanuts.
And it sucks because it's you're just wasting people away by keeping them under contract.
Right.
Britt Baker is going to be a fucking 70-year-old woman the next time we see her on TV. Over in New Japan, this one kind of shocked me. You know, we talked about Callum Newham winning the New Japan Cup. He's a part of United Empire. He won the cup a couple of weeks back, which gave him a title shot to Yota Tsuji. And he is now the youngest IWGP champion of all time. He's like 22.
Damn.
Impressive. Now, this part we both talked about. Do we make it a top topic? Do we make it a bring it to the table? I think it should just go right into the news. We both agreed on that. Right now, you got Jelly Roll, I Show Speed. Who else? Who are the other people that are?
Let me think about it in my head. So basically, what they did was some fan redid the WrestleMania poster. It was still the Casino. It was still Triple H, but it was Jelly Roll, Pat McAfee, I Show Speed, Lil Yachty, and Tom Brady.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's right, because Lil Yachty is coming out with Trick Williams. We have way too many celebrities involved. You know, and WrestleMania 11 peaked. They had Pamela Anderson, Jennifer McCarthy, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. The one guy that was on NYPD Blue. They had Nicholas Turturro.
The guy that they had that played the wrestler.
Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke, yeah.
That was 25, but still, my point is that we have a lot of celebrities that have been involved, but right now, this is a peak, and we're about to get possibly a Jelly Roll match. We already know that I Show Speed is a part of one. I swear to God, if Travis Scott just... Actually, that would be the funniest fucking thing. If Travis Scott comes down and walks slowly to the ring again... But this time fucks Cody over so Randy wins the title.
Dude, you never fucking know. You want to know something interesting, and I'm trying to find the date of when it was, but it was quite some time ago. I think it was about a year ago that Kenny Omega put out a tweet saying, I don't know if I've ever said it publicly or not. I think we're headed on a path where a couple of WrestleManias down the road, the main event is going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. Dude, I am so fed up. I next to Punk Roman, I really don't care. I really just don't care this year, man.
Hang on. We can get into that. I think we can get into that when we start talking about it in a couple minutes. Talking about some recent injury news, Braun Breaker is apparently cleared for in-ring action. I think he doesn't show up during the Seth Rollins Gunther match. I think he shows up in the 3-on-3 and spears I Show Speed again.
You nailed it. I said that too easy last night. Agreed.
It was the fucking best thing ever. I'm sorry. That I will never forget. Again, I told you this story the day that my fucking fridge spewed out ammonia. We had to leave, go to a hotel. I jumped, and I couldn't talk. Remember, I didn't have a voice at that time because of my surgery. I flew out of the goddamn hotel bed when I saw I Show Speed get speared, and I'm like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, do it again.
Folded him in half. Yep, do it again.
With more injuries, Kyle Felcher tears a meniscus, and he's going to be out for a significant amount of time, and he's your TNT champion. So, do we get intermediate? What does he call it? Or interim TNT champion? And it goes, how he likes to do.
It's going to be another tournament. It's going to be another tournament. You know damn well that's what it's going to be. And I did see, just to add on, I did see when that was reported that they say that the time is going to be extended because he's dealing with other injuries on top of the meniscus.
Yeah,
so
neck injuries because you've taken so many stupid bumps.
Mm-hmm.
So we've all seen it online, but Liv Morgan was hit from behind by Stephanie Vaquer and bumped heads with Roxanne Perez. Both of those ladies are said to be in concussion protocol for how they bumped heads with each other.
It was nasty.
And then Vaquer still slammed Liv Morgan's head into a TV. I don't even know if Liv was conscious for that whole part. That whole part.
You see her on the ground, and she has this look on her face, and she just lets out this breath of air. You can see her lips kind of like the air coming out. She's like,
yeah.
Ugh. She got fucked up.
The knot is gross, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
It's one of those ones you used to see in like boxing back in the day when they're like, stop the fight. If it gets hit, it's going to pop.
Hey, don't lie. You'd still be looking down.
Down? I'd look up.
You look up.
I'd lick that whole fucking knot.
Anyway, never mind.
Contract news. Chris Jericho is in AEW. I will say I liked his return on Dynamite. It almost mimicked the time that he came back, ran around the Raw ring and was like, yeah, everybody, yeah. And then took off, never said shit, and didn't get on the mic for like several weeks. He nearly did that, except the I'm home. And that's it, and left. Pretty close.
Almost as good as Edge's debut. No, Christian's. Christian did the same thing. Christian came out when he debuted in AEW. He came out to the ring, and he just said like 3 words and then left.
Yeah. That's how TK does it. In contract news as well, Lady Frost signs with MLW. Frost yourself. And Mike Santana has been being eyed by WWE, and his contract is set to be up in the end of the summer. So you can expect he's going to be over in NXT for sure.
I would think so.
Hendry, they're going to do it with him for sure. Oh, this one makes me giggle. TK's quick sniffs of the week. I'm going to see if I can say this with a straight face. I'm going to try. I'm going to really fucking try. Tony Khan thinks... I already stopped. Tony Khan thinks that Vince Russo is doing a great job with Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
A clown loves a
They're
clown.
They're gonna do a crossover event. You know damn well it's gonna happen.
Don't do it.
It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. The only thing that I know about JCW is, have you ever seen the wrestler Paige Collette?
Yes.
Short and squatty.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. MJF shit on his own boss. He had said, Tony Khan doing 15 matches, it only hurts the main event. You can actually hear a fart in the arena during a main event. It's his own talent, his own world champion, talking about AEW's format. And he said, he goes, some people think 5, 6. He said, I think 8 is a perfectly good number. I'll be honest with you, Max. 8 is exactly a good number. I actually feel a little slighted when we get these 4-match cards with WWE. Sometimes I want a little bit more. I don't need 15. But I think 8's a really good fucking number, to be honest with you. I could deal with 7 or 8.
For a marquee pay-per-view, I'd say 6 to 7. I don't mind the 4 for like the secondary pay-per-views, right? You don't got to cram them all. It's like an in-your-house almost. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. It's a good break. But for the big ones, 6 to 8, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. And they don't all have to be fucking half an hour long.
But he did
you also don't have to do 4 hours of vignettes in between them.
Well, there's that. That's WWE's problem. But MJF did say, he goes, however, I can't argue with him. Tony does give you the most bang for your buck. Look at man. I'll be honest with you. If I bought a WWE pay-per-view for $50 and I bought an AEW pay-per-view for $50, I will say I got more of an AEW pay-per-view because 4 matches and 7 hours worth of promos versus 15 matches. You are getting a lot more wrestling for your buck. I will give you that when it comes to TK, but scale back a bit, brother.
Yeah.
On Dynamite, not only did Chris Jericho come home, MJF and Kenny Omega had their contract signing, and MJF brought up the fact that, with his diverticulitis, he said, Kenny Omega, you'd just be better off dead. Yay, another
sick burn.
Big promo from MJF. It's funny you say sick burn. I think I've told you to watch this movie, The Good Boys, or it's just Good Boys. And it's these fucking kids, whatever. Anyway, and he goes, wow, you drink from a sippy cup. That's a sick burn. He goes, that's not a sick burn. And he goes, that kid's dad over there has 4 DWIs and has to take a bus to work. That is a sick burn. I'm like, that's a really fucking good sick burn. I just watched that not too long ago on the way home from on the plane. And Rush Hour, by the way. Good movie.
There you go.
On SmackDown. Okay. We could have had Arn Anderson, Charlotte Flair. I don't give a fuck if he was talking to the ghost of Dusty Rhodes.
Could have been even Ted DiBiase Jr., like you had said. I'd have been fine with that.
Pat McAfee is who he was talking to on the phone. And Pat gives his promo where he's basically shitting on everything that's WWE, calling everybody circle jerking around having the matches that you see on Raw on Netflix. And it's funny, he kicks Cody in the dick, and you wrote join the club. Yeah, it's like every year, that's just what happens on the way to WrestleMania. Someone kicks Cody in the dick.
Yeah.
Cena last year, the year before, The Rock, or whatever. It's continuous. You know what I didn't like about Pat McAfee's entire promo? I swear to God, you're going to think this is petty. His sunglasses.
Oh.
They were slipping off of his face the entire time, and he kept pushing them up, pushing them up, pushing them up. Motherfucker, throw them off your face. You either got too small a pair or your face is too sweaty, but toss them. Because he spent most of the promo trying to fix his glasses, and it actually threw him off.
It's like
I watched it throw him.
It's like wrestling matches where wrestlers keep adjusting their gear the whole match. Yeah.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, J.C. Jane apparently had a couple of nip slips.
I saw that. Ref told her to put her tits in at one point.
Can you put your tits away?
So the fucked up thing about this is, and here's the thing. I mean, like, we're going to be jumping around, right? Because Raw and SmackDown feed into this. First and foremost, I almost feel like this is a bit of kayfabe because based on Cody's return promo and Punk's promo, this seems like they purposely did it just to set this up. And now the reports that are coming out after Punk's promo and what he specifically said. But when this happened, it was reported by PW Insider and Body Slam Plus that Pat McAfee, to have him on there, it was from TKO's Ari Emanuel, who just happens to also be Pat McAfee's agent.
Yes.
So that's supposedly it was to boost ticket sales, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's kayfabe or not. I think it's misdirected no matter what. I think it was a poor choice. I don't get it. It's lame.
It's funny you say to boost ticket sales. Look at right now, to me, Raw, on fire. I'm ready to see WrestleMania for Raw stuff. SmackDown, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You already enticed us with the possibility of a 2009 Orton return.
Mm-hmm.
That was enough. That was enough.
We were done.
The history's
we didn't need
there.
Pat McAfee of all fucking people.
Yeah.
And then Cody does his return shoot promo. Not gonna lie, you being the man that Orton called, that's like the third man of the NWO being not Hulk Hogan. It was Disco Inferno, which just further pushes his bitter rivalry.
He hates Disco.
Yup, him and Glenn Gilberty have a very bad, like, oh god. I what was it? He's like, these guys are, Glenn back in the day when they were starting all, he's like, these guys are hurting themselves and trying to kill themselves and blah blah blah.
To get a rating from Meltzer.
And Cody's like, has anybody ever asked to watch a Disco Inferno match?
He goes, you were never one of the boys. You know, he just ripped them apart.
They don't like each other. I loved it. I love that he called that part out. But then Cody was calling out TKO just as Punk did on Raw.
And it was obvious. That's obviously a work. Do you think
fire me because you know what happened to it last time?
Exactly.
Yeah, you worked for a company and got booed out of it fucking 5 years after.
And you basically got fired from that fucking organization too.
Rhea Ripley defeated Michin. Did you see the spot where Rhea just could not get her set up for what looked like it was going to be the Razor's Edge and like nearly killed Michin?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Bad spot. Uncle Howdy defeated Tama Tonga, and then they have the MFTs have the lantern, but then Tama goes, "Give me it. We're giving it back. Ever since we had it, we had bad luck."
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it, I've seen it, but let me just bring this up out loud. This will be the 4th WrestleMania in a row since Solo Sikoa has debuted, and he's not on the WrestleMania card in anywhere to be said.
Yeah.
They've been blown away this Wyatt shit. They could have been doing it maybe somewhat near WrestleMania, but yeah, 40... or 39, 40, 41, now 42.
Here's the thing, man.
I mean, he was involved in the main events for both 39 and 40.
Sure. My thing is this. I get it. It's a damn shame. And for a while there, he was in some high-profile programs. I don't think that you or I were necessarily ever blown away by him when he came in. And he's definitely been relegated to the mid-card now. So, yeah, maybe he should have been on the card in a solo match somewhere in the middle there. 100%, yes.
I think we should have just been doing MFTs and Wyatts at WrestleMania instead of blowing bullshit away on TV.
There's that,
about
too.
A lantern.
They'll probably have some weird segment anyway with Danhausen.
Trick Williams invites Lil Yachty to join him at WrestleMania.
Great.
Aleister Black defeated Matt Cardona. Charlexa defeated Bayley and... Damian Priest and R-Truth defeated The Miz and Kit Wilson. The fact that Truth tagged in Danhausen at one point is hysterical. A lot of people were like, that was the passing of the torch. But the best part was the ref that was cursed. 1, 2, and then his arm hurt, dude.
He cramped up.
But when it did, and the crowd popped hard for that. They were like, no shit, that's awesome. I was
dude,
like,
Danhausen's
they
over as fuck,
for
man.
This curse. He's doing a good job. I'm with it. And then Sami Zayn defeated Carmelo Hayes to retain the U.S. title. And then Trick jumped Sami Zayn post-match. I got to be honest with you. Carmelo and Ilya Dragunov should be added to this U.S. title match.
100%.
They carried the shit for the last 6 to 8 months. Keeping either of them off of the card is bullshit.
Agreed.
Especially Carmelo Hayes.
Agreed.
He deserves it.
He fucking definitely deserves it. He's been busting his ass and he hasn't gone anywhere. And they finally give him the title and he hot shots it back and forth, and now he's not on the Mania card. I agree with you that both of them should be in that match. Here's the reason why, though. This is going to be the double turn match. I'm calling it now. This is the double turn match. Zayn's going to turn heel. Trick is going to do... Because Trick's over as fuck right now. They're going to turn him face.
Shit. Wow. You're calling
Put it on
Austin
the board.
Brett. Wow. Okay. All right. So this past Saturday on YouTube was NXT Stand and Deliver. You know, during the main event, only 146,000 people were watching at that time.
What do you expect?
Sad.
Yeah.
Lola Vice won the women's title against JC Jane after JC let her tits come out.
Mm-hmm. Tits out.
Sol Ruka got her revenge in a grudge match against Zariah, whatever the fuck.
Zariah.
The Vandy Project retained the tag titles against Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, the Americanos. Miles Bourne didn't hear the bell, but apparently retained the North American Championship against Johnny Gargano. It's funny.
Did I win the title?
They did a face-to-face interview, and Johnny's like, they used to call me Johnny Takeover. They used to call me Johnny Wrestling. And all I wanted Miles Bourne to do was go, what? Tatum Paxley retained her North American Championship against Blake Monroe. The fact that Tatum Paxley is alive is beyond me. Did you see it was like a power bomb to the outside on the floor that Blake Monroe did to Tatum? I'm surprised the girl even got back up to finish the match. Like, she should have been concussed and out, sitting next to Roxanne and Liv right now.
Yeah, no shit, right?
And then, I think I called this a while ago. I said he's going to end up being your next NXT champion. It was just writing on the wall. But Tony D'Angelo becomes the first ever Grand Slam champion because he's won the tag titles, the North American Championship, the Heritage Cup, and the NXT Championship.
Wow.
And he defeated Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, and Ethan Page. I texted you Monday night. I was like, look, man, I'm starting Raw late. But motherfucker, I just watched Punk's promo. Like, this is all I could get into right now. And I was like, wow. I mean,
I've got some quotes here.
Go for it, please. It was just amazing. It was good.
So Punk opened the show, and he didn't stop and do the clobbering time thing. He went right to the ring. He actually threw his title into the ring haphazardly, does the cross-legged thing. And he says, Roman isn't here tonight, and the crowd actually booed. He said 2 weeks ago with help, he was put through the announce tables thanks to his cousins, the Usos, unlike him who did it all by himself last week because he doesn't need anyone. Punk says Roman hates him because he won't trade authenticity for approval, and he shows up to work despite seemingly being an old man. He says Wrestlemania is about having the tools to be the best and get the job done, and his are handmade through years of hard work, and Roman's are fake, store-bought and plastic just like him. Punk says Roman shows up late and he leaves early and puffs his chest out like The Rock, but at least he's a Hollywood star, or he used to be. Says your bloated cousin isn't on the board of directors. He says, my bloated cousin isn't on the board of directors for TKO, and I'm not surrounded by yes men. That Roman is just a grown Nepo baby that ate dog food for a weird old man on TV. And I fucking popped for that one. I was like, yep, I seen it.
And then he said,
seen it.
And then he said, and I didn't want to deal with that shit, and I left because I had FU money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, my God. With the weird old man, dog food, the Nepo baby, and he called him a buck tooth because that's when he had the gap in his teeth. Now before he has the perfect
chiclets.
set of chiclets.
Then he says, Pat McAfee, you little bug-eyed asshole, your bug-eyed ass wrote a check that his narrow behind can't cash, and he better tell a little bitch that sent him, TKO, to lower the ticket prices. So again, that's the shoot part, right? That's
which I did like the picture that you sent me. What was it? Simpsons pushing out Tom Jones or whatever it was. Tell him everything's okay. Oh, WWE. Like, oh, good shit. The whole promo was really, really good.
It was outstanding. Yeah, it was outstanding.
It's funny because I keep seeing everybody say Pat McAfee, and they're saying Punk said that. He didn't say McAfee, did he?
He might have, and I missed it. I don't know. I was focused on everything else. I have to go back and listen to it. He might have. Maybe because McAfee's a big Trump supporter. I don't know. Yeah, side note, this might be our last episode, depending on what happens tonight. Who knows? We'll see.
I don't know what that means.
Our president has basically said that Iran has to comply with his demands, or he's basically just going to nuke them tonight.
You know what'll kill him? Send him our podcast. All right. So
hey, Toe Bangers 3. They found it in Bin Laden's house.
Austin Theory defeated LA Knight, and then Adam Pearce books Knight and the Usos versus Vision and ISO Speed, which we've talked about. Finn Balor jumped by Dirty Dom before the match against JD McDonough, which sucks. So I was actually really fucking looking forward to seeing that match.
That probably would
as
have
soon
been
as they announced it, I was like, ooh, teacher and student. They've been friends forever. I'm like, good match. No, it doesn't happen. And then later he teases the return of the Demon.
He'll be back at Mania.
Another Becky Lynch and AJ Lee face-to-face promo. Meh.
It wasn't bad.
It was all right. Bayley defeated Lash Legend. There's a video of Bayley like tripping trying to get into the ring. And during commercial break, she's laughing her ass off, and you see her face to face with Cole just losing her mind laughing. I'm like,
she actually tweeted after the fact. She's like, I think Cole spilled something in there, and that's why I slept. Like, it was great.
Rollins was doing a promo on Gunther until Gunther came from behind him and tried choking him out. They have a brawl. Paul Heyman sees Gunther in the back and is like, I owe you my gratitude. And Gunther's like, yeah, you owe him more than that. Yeah, you're going to owe me more than just a thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. The intrigue. Where are we going with it? I don't even want to try to figure it out. Let's see where it goes.
Hey, post WrestleMania, he helps him get a title match, whatever the case could be. Penta, Javon Evans, and Dragon Lee defeated Los Americanos. And then Rey Mysterio, now that he saw that Seth Rollins is officially penciled into the match with Gunther, said, I'll take on a fucking ladder match before I take a chop from Gunther. Look, I think if you did Gunther versus Mysterio, it was never going to work.
No.
I didn't care for it from the start.
Unless it was going to be
Gunther wins and it's him versus a little guy.
It would have been 2 minutes. Ray gets in like 30 seconds of offense. Gunther chokes him out. That's it. Done.
Exactly my point. So I'm okay with him being in the ladder match. Do I want to see other people in it? Maybe, but fine, whatever. You got to remember, Ray was also taken out of last year's WrestleMania, and he had to give his spot to Ray Phoenix in like a last-minute decision day of.
Right.
So let him be. You know what I mean? Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeated Michin and B-Fab, and then the heels beat the living shit out of Io Sky while Rhea Ripley sat and watched in the corner.
Casino style.
It was. Oh, my God.
He's still breathing. He's still breathing.
Aw, poor Nikki. Oh, man, oh, Jesus Christ. My favorite part of that is while he's voice-overing that part. He's like, and then you do and then
it cuts over. Yep.
And he gets hit in the kidneys with the fucking bat. Smart. Scorsese, I hear you, tricky motherfucker.
Fantastic.
And then Obafemi and Brock Lesnar end up having a brawl again. And then Netflix is like, all right, see everybody, and we're going to save all the good shit to everybody who's there in the fucking audience.
Well, it's fucking hilarious because at first somebody hit the button and like the credits started rolling. It's like, they're not even all in the ring yet.
Nope.
So they fucked that up, and they got, what was great was at one point, they did the typical pull apart. They're in the ring, and they've got them in the corners. One guy jumps on the other. They separate, then the other guy jumps on the other. But at one point, Triple H is like trying to direct traffic. He tells one of the security guards, he's like, get this chair out of the ring. Get this. He's like, you just stand there. You don't even care what's going on. He's like, get the chair out of the ring. And then Lesnar picks up the chair, and it's like an office chair, right?
Yep.
Not a fight. And he chucks it at the corner. And Femi sees us like, fuck you. And he chucks it back at him.
Then they did it with the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Last week, yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, I don't get why you would cut your time on Netflix when you had that kind of shit going. All right, well, hey, if you feel like you want to hurt yourself, this weekend, AEW Dynasty has a pay-per-view. Or AEW has a pay-per-view called Dynasty, whatever.
Close enough.
All right. AEW World Championship, MJF retains. Hey,
well, there you go.
MJF will be retaining against Kenny Omega. No goddamn chance Omega wins this. I'm sorry. MJF just won the title 2-3 months ago. They're not doing it.
No, I gotcha.
Continental title, Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay. Ospreay threatening that he's going to get some of his old brethren, meaning maybe possibly the United Empire, to help against the Dick Riders. AEW tag titles, FTR against Edge and Christian. Darby Allin against Andrade El Idolo. And if Darby wins, he gets a title match against either Omega or MJF, which makes it just that much easier. It'll be MJF, and we'll be getting into Double or Nothing when they have their match.
Dude, we've always said it.
No, it won't happen. Don't say that.
What if?
You know why? Because Darby was dumb enough to come out and go, I don't want the world title. I just want to wrestle.
Dude, listen, I'm saying just fucking pull the trigger and just do it. Just fucking do it.
AEW Women's title.
Don't ruin my fucking dreams.
Thekla is taking on Jamie Hayter. We've talked about the Hall of Fame already. We've gotten there, but let's quickly talk about WrestleMania. Saturday and Sunday have been officially announced. We know the matches that are set. Tell me, what's the order, ODM?
All right, for night one, on the pre-show, you have the unsanctioned match, Fatu versus Drew, which being
no. I don't think it's pre-show. Hang on. It's Hour
it's on
one
ESPN.
on ESPN.
Yeah.
While
Bro,
it is,
that's a pre-show.
it's still a part of the main show. Okay, fine.
I'm calling that pre-show, even if it's not. Also on the ESPN first hour is the Vision and iShow Speed versus LA Knight and the Usos. I'm fine with that. And then we got Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship.
Wait, are you saying the Usos and iShow Speed, that match is on that night too?
And it's the ESPN first hour.
Jesus.
So the non-ESPN stuff, it's Vaquer versus Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC title. And the Women's Tag Championship, which is going to be the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legends, who have the titles, versus Charlexa, versus Bayley and the Bird of War, versus the Bella Twins. And then you're going to get, in your main event, it's going to be Cody versus Orton for the title. Night two, Oba Femi.
I gotta be honest with you, might be skipping night one a little bit.
I'll check out Gunther versus Seth Rollins just to see what happens. This is weird. For night two, it says Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar on ESPN first hour.
So, what I'm trying to get to is I think ESPN First Hour is on regular TV ESPN, but if you want to watch this motherfucker, you're going to have to pay for it on the app when it switches over.
Right.
This is to intrigue you.
Right.
It's still going to be the beginning of the event.
It's still the beginning of the event. Yes, I got you.
I'll be honest with you. I already said no matter what night this is on, you open with Lesnar and Femi because it's going to
it'll draw
jack
some
that crowd
up. It'll draw some people in.
Dude.
I can't wait for this match. I can't fucking wait. We talked about, the
it's
whole
the
Gunther.
second most important match to me. Punk and Reigns right now is there, and I feel like Oba Lesnar is
100%.
right there.
100%. Weezy, I talked about Weezy on the last week. He had said that he thinks Oba should retire Gunther, and I think you're almost 2 manias away from that, I think.
But 3, 4, 5, 7 at least.
Yeah.
Man, Gunther's too young.
Yeah, he's actually like 40.
But
anyway.
40 is the fucking new 20 in wrestling.
Yeah, in wrestling, you're not fucking wrong, especially in WWE. But the favor from Heyman, I feel like, because Lesnar's already said he's not going to be around long, I feel like the favor's going to be give me Lesnar, and he retires Lesnar. I feel like that's going to be the next step. So anyway, all right, so it's Oba and Lesnar, the first match, and then the IC ladder match, which is also going to be on the ESPN first hour, which, again, smart move. Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus McDonough versus Rusev versus Mysterio. I'm all for it. Listen, I'm tired of ladder matches, but, you got a lot of good talent in there, and Javon Evans, I can't wait to see what that guy does, because he's one of my new favorites.
I got to be honest with you. I'm trying to call it in advance. Please, 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 please. let Rusev walk this win. Just let him walk away with the win.
I agree with you. I don't see it happening.
I don't either. I'm just saying, please.
Please. All right. Then you get Jade Cargill defending the WWE Women's Championship versus Rhea Ripley. U.S. Championship, Zayn versus Trick Williams. Demon Balor, so it's official. It's already made official. It's Demon Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. And then the main event, it's Punk versus Roman for the world title, which I can't wait for. It's the most anticipated match, honestly, of the whole card.
Demon Dom is going to be a fucking squash.
It's
Close to as possible.
What'd you say it was?
Demon and Dom is going to be a squash.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I could see it. You got to give it, yeah, because the entrance is going to take so fucking long, and
but I'm saying the point of bringing the Demon out is to not let him get his ass kicked at all. He has to beat the fuck out of someone.
That, and this is the palate cleanser before the main event.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, so between entrances, it doesn't need to be long. It's just enough time for people to go to the bathroom, and
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I texted you during I wanted to watch the NCAA finals. Out of all the apps I have, it was like, well, if you have HBO Max, you have to get TBS added on to that to adjust your plan just to watch it. And
you got to change the dial on the Framistat.
And I immediately text you. I go, they fuck you with the apps. They fuck you. They fuck you with the apps.
I tried.
You sent Dennis Reynolds back with it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's something else I don't fucking like. I don't like when people fuck you with customer service. Let's go to the table.
Just bring it, bitch! Oh my God!
This trip to the Virgin Islands was a trip for my wife's 40th and my sister-in-law's 50th. Now, the 50th happened a couple months ago. My wife's birthday is in a couple of months. Perfect down the middle. I was in charge, personally, of just whatever my wife wanted, I was going to take care of. You know what I mean? I got you covered. I got this. I got that. You need a drink? I'm going to go take care of it at the hotel bar, whatever it may be. By the way, real quick story. Made friends with this one bartender. At the end of the night, I was like, well, yeah, I'm taking this out to the beach. He goes, man, we're just past the time where we can't let you go out there with glasses. And he gave me a coffee cup filled with vodka. And then off to the side, a little cup of cranberry. He goes, I'll let you make this in your room. I go, you, sir, here's a 10. You did a good job. Thank you, sir.
You only gave him a dime? What's wrong with you?
Hang on. On top of everything else. Hang on. But, by the way, gratuity was included in everything you did. So when you added extra money, you were a king. Outside of that. Also, if I didn't give you a tip, I hated you and your fucking service sucked. The gratuity that you already got was what you got. Anyway, so my wife is like, I really want this Jamaican jerk chicken from this place. I go, right on. All right. So I'm going to tell you what. While you're down at the beach with your sister, my brother-in-law was... We have a difference of opinions on how to do things. His fridge was broken. He decided to thaw it and fix it. I decided with mine was broken just to get a new one from the fucking hotel and be like, give me another one. He was like, I used a hairdryer and I fixed it and everything's great now. I'm like, you just spent 6 hours doing... That's the difference of us. Anyway, but I was like, all right, I'll get the food going. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to roll up chicken nuggets for us for the latter part of the night as well. Not the one that was stolen, but other stuff. I'm doing that. I am on hold for 20 minutes with this place. I call and they go, hi, can you be on hold? Yeah, no problem. And I'm listening to Red Wine, One Love, Every Little Thing's Gonna Be All Right on goddamn repeat. And then at minute 17 or something like that, I was like, no, I'm sorry, minute 23. All of a sudden it just goes, boop, boop, boop. Just hangs up. I go,
yeah.
I text my wife and I go, I'll be honest with you, I was just on hold goddamn near 25 minutes. I'm going to try again, but just want you to know, this is not looking good. We may need a plan B for what everybody else wants for the rest of the night. I call. Hi, blah, 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 blah. Can you be on hold? Yeah, I was on hold for a little bit and I got hung up on. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Never mind. You already just put me on. You didn't even care if I had said yes or no. Like, she legit just goes, do you mind being on hold? And just put me on hold before I cared minding or not. I was on minute 14. I was getting really, 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 really pissed. And I texted my wife. I'm like, okay, with the 25 plus this 13, 14 right here, I don't know when we're getting food and if we will ever. Do we have a plan B? And she said, fuck it, just come down. You haven't been able to be at the beach. Like the fucking sunset's happening. You're missing all this. I'm like, I know. Like, I wanted to be down there already for this. But I couldn't because I've been trying to fucking do this. And she goes, just come down. I go, all right. So I was finishing time, went off. And I go, all right. I'm going to give this the 3 minutes until I walk from here to the goddamn door, put my shoes on and leave. If they answer. Let me see. Just as I get to the door, I kid you not, dude, at minute 19. Thank you so much for holding, blah, 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 blah. And I go, yeah. I need to make an order. All right, I'm sorry. 1, 2. Can you hold on, ma'am? She goes, yeah. I go, 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? All right. I need 7 of the Jamaican jerk chicken. Need the mac and cheese, the potatoes. She goes, I go, good. And I go, do you need my card right now? Or she goes, no, you can pay when you get in. I go, cool. And I'm going to need 3 more orders of the crabs, blah, blah, blah. I'll be there soon. Go fuck yourself. I never came in. I was pissed.
I would be too.
And when I said it to my wife, she goes, I mean,
I don't even want your chicken anymore.
Well, no, she was more like, I don't know. She's like, they could be short-staffed. I go, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I was literally like just standing here pissed off wanting to eat. And I'm like, I'm getting jerked around by a jerk station or a jerk chicken station on the phone. Dude, I ordered meals that were not, and it's funny that they were probably like, you never showed up. These are ready. Here we go. We can hand these out to people. But I don't know. I got pissed off, so I ordered a bunch of meals I didn't need. She said 45 minutes.
Yeah. At that point, you kind of had to order for the sake of it.
Then I got a burger. I asked for medium well at the hotel. Got it well done. All right.
Outstanding.
What you got?
Meanwhile, it's been a fucking week for me. So about a week ago, we drove my younger son up to Buffalo. He flew out with varsity baseball. He's on varsity. He made varsity baseball. I might have mentioned that. And their team flew out to Florida for a tournament.
Nice.
So we drove him out. We came back. I made Mom and I, hung out and made some French bread pizzas, and it was raining like a motherfucker. Mama goes out to have a smoke, and she's like, get your ass over here.
Pizza right now.
Yeah, they're good. The back patio was completely underwater. We've got those stairs that go down to the door to the den. The drain there had been clogged with like leaf litter and shit. So the den had flooded. So I get the shop vac.
Is this a Airbnb or like
our house?
Oh, it's your own house. My bad.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, you were talking about Florida and the baseball thing.
No, we didn't go with them. Yeah, we didn't go with them. We just dropped them off
in
Buffalo and drove right back home. So, I get the shop vac. I'm trying to clear that up. She's cleaning the drain out there, and I can hear the sump pump in the laundry room is going out. And I'm like, okay, at least it's going on. That's a good thing. And I look, I go, wow, it's filling up. Wow, it's filling up. Holy shit, there's like an inch of water in our fucking laundry room. Oh, my God. I fucking ended up like thrusting my hand down there. There was a fucking sock in there. It clogged the outtake.
Whose sock? That's what you gotta ask.
No, we're not gonna get into that. And then fucking
I already know who's.
No, it was one of the. It was definitely one of the kids. It was definitely one of the kids. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. But in the process, what I didn't realize is when I was using my shop vac, my kid had spilled a bunch, or one of his friends spilled popcorn, and he used the shop vac to clean up. So I had this popcorn. So I go to dump the water in the laundry basin, and fucking there's all this popcorn. So then that got clogged. So on break, I'm going to need a few extra minutes because I just cleared the fucking standing water finally and fucking poured some drain cleaner down there. That's heavy duty, so hopefully that's all set. Then work was just a fucker all night. We got it taken care of. We got, we had dehumidifiers, fans, the shop vac. We got it taken care of, right? So there was that drama. And, Mom and I decided, what, fuck it, let's go up to the falls this weekend. I said, let's just shoot up to the falls. We'll fucking... And the best part is, we have to go back on Sunday anyway to pick them up from the Buffalo airport, so we'll just hang out, and we'll grab them on our way back home. Boom, done.
Nice.
Right? So work was a shit show. We got out later than we expected. Hotel room was nice, though. It was only $140 a night, and it had like a jacuzzi tub in it. Room was very spacious. It was nice. It was nice. Hung out, had a good time, went and, hit the casinos. They had Whitney Houston slots, which I didn't play because they were always crowded.
Oh, you can snort?
Exactly. But then I went up, and all I could think of was John Lovitz from Rat Race. He goes to sneak away so he can go play the slots so his wife doesn't know. And he walks up to one, and he goes, $1?
$1? That's my favorite. He's such a cheap $1, and then puts a quarter.
Oh God! Yeah. So
and then when he wins, he goes, $1. Fuck. I'm John Lovitz though when it goes.
Oh yeah, 40 cents, 60 cents. If I'm feeling lucky, 75, 80 cents. That's about as high as I go. But no, and then it was nice though. We had a good time, and then but the thing is, his flight didn't end up getting. He didn't get in until like 1 a.m. And then I had to wait for luggage. We didn't get home till like 3 a.m. And it was just a shit show. But now I'm still dealing with a clogged sink and the remnants of the fucking flooding, which isn't that bad, I don't think we were going to have any mold or anything. The floors were all have kills on them, so we're good there. So, but it's been a nonstop shit show. And today was a fucking shit show, and it has just been shit showery.
Did you get that TPS report covered in time?
Oh, yeah, so let's talk about that, too. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, actually, fucking TPS report. So the whole gig is that he's like, he goes into work, he's like, no, man, I got the memo. I know, I have my TPS reports. We're all set. 5 minutes later, somebody else comes up. Did you get the memo? About 5 minutes later, somebody gets up. Did you get the... That's what today was. Before I left on Friday... So on Thursday, I tell one of my guys, I'm like, listen, buddy, I need you to take care of this. I'm like, here's what's going on. I got called about this. There's this. I spelled everything out. Here's the ticket. I was like, just take care of this. We'll touch base when I get back. Great, cool. So today I come back to work, and I asked him, he told me about it. I was like, cool. I was like, good update. Thanks for taking care of it. You're on it. I appreciate you. He documented everything for the team so we all know what to do in the future. He fucking did a bang-up job. I get some lunch. I'm fucking doing some shit. I get pinged by this one guy. He's like, hey, man, do you think we got some time to meet about this? And it was about, that particular issue. I'm like, yeah. It's like one of my guys actually just took care of it. He briefed me today. I said, the problem's resolved. There's a longer-term issue, but he's already knows what needs to happen, and the wheels are in motion. We're good. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man. 5 minutes later, I get an email. I need to talk to you about this. Can you guys please provide an update and take a look? I'm like, dude. My guy already took care of it. This is what's going on. We're good to go. 5 minutes later, get an IM from my boss, including the two people that were on the email that I just got. Can we discuss this really quick and find out? I'm like, you motherfuckers. It's already done.
Yeah, I don't miss the corporate job, man.
Fuck right the fuck off. Let's go to break so I can check my sinks and get another cocktail.
Monday Night Wars.
What, have we become assholes?
Monday Night Wars! Marty, you've got to come back with me.
Where?
Back to the future.
Wait a minute, Doc. What are you talking about? What happens to us in the future? What, do we become assholes or something?
Give me a hell yeah! You want a war? You're going to get one.
Mick Foley is going to win their world title.
Has been paid for by the New World Order.
Come on, Vince. Step into the ring.
My God, the battle lines have been drawn!
Generation X invades WCW tonight.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. Have a nice day. We got 2 words for ya.
Before May.
PC Richard did really educate me on the product.
PC Richards has a very competitive price, and we have a good portion of PC Richards in our home.
Fans, it has erupted here in light of the decision just handed down by the referee for the second consecutive week on Monday Nitro. Again, Hulk Hogan, we have to sort some things out with Fall Brawl coming up this Sunday and War Games. You're short a man. I understand Vader does not qualify to be part of the Hulkamaniacs when you meet the Dungeon of Doom.
Well, you know something, Mean Gene? War Games is 1 week away. It's not bad enough that Vader has already gone AWOL. They've got an extra man on us, brother. It's 3 against 4. Luger comes out here, get in my face 2 weeks in a row, gives me the run for my money, the match of my life, brother. Where are you coming from, Luger? How come they didn't lay their hands on you when they jumped on my back? Which side are you on, brother?
I'd like to say double goes for me. I'm asking you also.
Hey! Let's hear it. Where are you coming from, Luger?
Courtesy of Machismo. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, the new fall season throws out the first pitch with an explosive twin bill that even Cal Ripken Jr. might call in sick to watch.
It is the official kickoff of the Monday Night Wars. Last week, yes, it was Nitro all on their own as it was Labor Day weekend. WWE was like, we're going to take the day off. Whatever, we're fine. We don't have any real competition. Well, they didn't think so. Until Lex Luger showed up last week. They're like, fuck, all right, never mind. We are going head-to-head.
And Scott Norton.
Well, he was never in WWE.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But now we are on September 11th. It's September 11th, Raw Nitro. First ever head-to-head. And it's really funny. Okay. I know last week you did Nitro. But 2 weeks ago, our last show together, we had Austin, Rock, Undertaker, Edge, Christian, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, all these guys. Yeah. Now let's talk about what Raw Nitro has to offer. Raw especially. When I see the names that are involved in this, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder Nitro was like, I think we can do this.
Yeah, it's something else. Yeah, so September 11th, 1995, Raw's in Canton, Ohio. It is the first Raw of the Monday Night Wars. Love the old school intro, that granite like slate, and then the cube comes up. WWF, the leader in sports entertainment. It's almost like the PlayStation 1 splash screen when you turn it on. Boom, doom, ding. Oh, geez, know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yo, one of my favorite memes is like, it's something like, she doesn't know how mad I am until she's in bed and she hears the beginning of the beep for the PS5 starting up.
Yep. It's loud on purpose, like, yo, your man's playing video games.
Shit's over for the night.
Yeah. Well, my night's fucked.
EA Games. Motherfucker, he's playing a whole sport.
So it's great. Raw opens up with a recap of SummerSlam, which was 2 weeks ago, and it was Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon in a ladder match for the IC title. Michaels won. He's going to be defending against Psycho Sid tonight. Razor's going to be facing British Bulldog. British Bulldog went after Diesel 3 weeks ago, and it's great because they're playing background music during this whole thing, and it's a complete and utter ripoff of Right Now by Van Halen. It's that piano. Yep. You know, I fucking butchered that, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Crystal Pepsi was a thing at the time. I was drinking Crystal Pepsi when that song came out. Anyway.
It's everything.
The Raw intro is great. It's the helicopter and the police facing fans piling up behind the chain link fence. The ring's like on the roof, and they're fucking it's just fucking madness. It's fucking great. Love it. Your commentary
We're edgy.
Is Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler. And we get Razor Ramon versus British Bulldog with Jim Cornette. We get footage of Razor and Dean Douglas from SummerSlam. How fucking great is it that we start the wars for Raw with Dean Douglas and we end the wars with Shane Douglas in WCW?
That's, 100%.
How fucking great is that? It's the premiere of Raw on Sky Sports in the UK. We get a ref bump, Razor's Edge, no ref. Dean Douglas comes in, drops the elbow on Razor. But 1, 2, 3 Kid makes the save, but Douglas cuts him off. Bulldog hits a power slam, covers. 1, 2, 3 goes to the top rope, but Bulldog rolls out of the way. Kid ends up hitting Ramon with the splash. It's a DQ. Bulldog takes out 1, 2, 3 Kid. Cornette comes in, keeps the ref in the corner. It's great. Jim Cornette literally just has the ref in the corner with his back to him, holding onto the ropes so the ref can't get to him. Talk about heelish fucking managers. That's some old school shit right there.
And it's funny because if you did that nowadays, people are like, just push them out of the way. And that's what you have to do, right? But, like, right there, that worked. Just that little bit of holding him in the corner. Oh, I can't get out. Oof.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Bulldog continues going after Kid and Razor, and Cornette lays in the boots to the Kid. We come back from break, and Vince is in the ring with Razor and 1, 2, 3 Kid. Lawler's the best thing is Lawler is talking over. Lawler's on commentary still, and he's talking over Vince's interview. It's like, Lawler, shut the fuck up and figure out when to interject. Vince brings up Kid costing Razor the match. Kid says, Razor, you cost me my match last week. You always treat me like a little kid. Do I got to beat you again? Because kayfabe pal, you don't know. 1, 2, 3 came in as a fan who ended up beating Razor in an open challenge. So Kid leaves. Razor says he made the Kid famous. He wants a piece one more time. You want it, and you got it. Next,
I forgot there was this whole heel turn for 1, 2, 3 Kid right before they all left for WCW. I forgot the whole fucking thing until I saw this.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, I've actually previously watched the start of the wars up till New Year's. I've watched that run before we started doing the wars. So this is kind of like stirring shit up.
What is it, the baby diaper match or whatever they end up having?
Oh,
or whatever?
God, there's the hog pen match. There's a lot of good shit. Like this match, which is the Smoking Guns versus Brooklyn Brawler and Rad Radford.
Radford.
If you don't know who Rad Radford is, it's Louis Spicoli.
Spicoli, baby.
Crazy. And obviously the Guns are Billy Gunn and Bart Gunn. Bart Gunn, obviously we know all about him. Next we get a Gold Dust vignette. He quotes Night of the Living Dead, 1968. Cuts a promo on Undertaker. And then next, you get Scott Taylor, a.k.a. Scotty Too Hottie, before the gimmick, versus Dr. Isaac Yankem.
DDS.
Yankem actually faced Bret Hart at SummerSlam, and Lawler got involved. So we've got that feud as well.
This is Kane, by the way, in case you guys are new to wrestling.
Exactly.
If you didn't know anything before 1995 or 6.
Yeah, I sure as shit don't. Isaac Yankem wins. Now we get Todd Pettengill promoting In Your House. We get to see Todd Pettengill again, so that's always a good thing. And again, keep in mind, this is only an hour show, so our main event, it's Psycho Sid with Ted DiBiase.
Senior
versus HBK for the IC title. Michaels retains. We come back from break. HBK celebrating with Diesel, who's the world champ at this point. And Doc Hendricks comes in to interview him and says they're going to be facing Yoko and Owen at In Your House triple header in a triple header match. And the idea is that Diesel's the world champ, HBK is the IC champ, and Yoko and Owen are the tag titles. And whoever gets the pin on whoever wins that title.
Whoever gets the championship on that match is going to be the winner.
So, and I got to give Diesel, it's 95. It's Diesel and HBK and WWF. And Diesel says, we're not only two dudes with attitudes, but we're the two chaps with all the straps.
You know what's funny is everybody gives Diesel a lot of shit because they're like, oh, when he was a champion, no one gave a fuck. I don't think it had to do with Diesel. I think it had to do with anything at that time. They had so many random gimmicks. I mean, like, it's kind of the same when Brett was the champion to Diesel being the champion from 94 to 95. I mean, if there was a major drop off during Diesel, fine, but I don't think Diesel had to do with it. I really personally think it was just the product overall.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, is it...
Because also WCW was pulling better shit at this time.
Well, when they got to the NWO,
in 94. 94, 95.
94, okay. If I'm not mistaken, is it the 95 Survivor Series that's Brett versus Diesel for the world title?
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, we're 2 months away from it.
That's a really good match. Yeah. I mean, at least for the times, you know, it was a good match. So anyway, yeah, that's the first fucking Raw of the Wars.
Nitro.
Oh wait, let's go right to Nitro.
We don't even need a commercial. Yay!
Yeah, kayfabe, pal. Nitro's in Miami. It's the go-home show for Fall Brawl. We get Weasel chants. This is the time of because Nitro's just starting, and everybody's so psyched for Weasel that when they introduce Bobby Heenan, the crowd just fucking loses their shit and just chants Weasel. It's fucking awesome. We get a recap of Hogan Luger from last week. We open up with Sabu making his debut in WCW versus Alex Wright Das Wunderkind, not Berlin. Sabu wins. He attacks Wright post-match, puts Wright on a table through the floor. Next, we get Gene in ring with Flair, cuts a promo on Arn Anderson. Luger comes to the ring. Flair puts Luger over. Luger says, some things never change. You're too much. And Luger just leaves and the promo's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next, you get VK Wall Street versus Sting for the U.S. titles. Sting retains. And next we get Scott Norton versus the
hang on. VK Wall Street.
VK Wall Street. IRS, absolutely. Next you get Scott Norton versus the Macho Man. Shark and Kamala interfere. Shark is John Tenta. Earthquake. Shark lands on Norton's leg. Macho gets the pin. The rest of Dungeon of Doom comes to the ring and Macho powders. And again, 1 hour.
You gotta remember, when we first started this show, he wasn't a man. He wasn't a shark.
He was a shark. He was an earthquake.
Sorry.
No, it's great. Still one of my favorite promos of all time. We go to our main event. It's Luger versus Hogan for the world title. Luger racks Hogan, and they do the arm raise spot, where you gotta pick up the arm. At that point, they were doing that for the torture rack instead of just having it being somebody tap. They would do the arm raise thing. Luger drops Hogan because he thinks he won. The ref's like, nah, you didn't win, bro. You didn't win. So Luger scrambles for a pin. He only gets a 2 count. We get a Hulk up, a leg drop, and the Dungeon of Doom are back again. Macho and Sting make the save. Luger shoves Hogan. We go to break and come back. Gene's in the ring with the faces again and says, hey, War Games at Fall Brawl. Team Hogan is 1 man short. It was going to be Vader. And Gene says Vader doesn't qualify. Probably because he's going to be in the WWF in a couple weeks.
Beginning of the year, but I think. But yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's going to be in WWF. Hogan asks Luger where he stands. Sting defends Luger. Always has. Says Luger should be on the team with us. Macho says, I'd rather go with 3 than get stabbed in the back by Luger. Sting votes Luger in. Loud noise as Macho asks why the Dungeon of Doom attacked Hogan and Macho, but not Sting or Jimmy Hart. And Hogan has the final vote. He invites Luger on the team. And Luger accepts. He says, but I want a title shot down the line. And there you go. The first official head-to-head confrontation of the Monday Night Wars.
Man, what's crazy is you can recap it in 10 fucking minutes.
It's so awesome.
Get to 2001, my friend. All right, well, that's the end of the Monday Night Wars, the first real installment of the head-to-head. Now it is time to talk about our top topic It's the best Undertaker matches at WrestleMania of all time in order from worst to best, ranked by ODM.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for...
Best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be. Hold 2, arm bar.
Sodas rule. Yeah, they do.
Hold 3, the moss-covered, 3-handle family gradunzel. It's me, Austin.
Just when they think they got the answers, I change the questions.
I did it for The Rock.
This week's top topic.
You know something, Mean Gene?
John Cena.
Wrestling's not fake!
The Rolex wearing what? Diamond ring wearing what? Kid stealing, woo! Wheeling dealing, what? Limousine riding, what? Jet flying, what? Son of a gun, woo!
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
If you smell...
The following ranking order and final decisions are a completely bias-based order, based off The Professor and ODM made it. And as always, they like to let you know they have not worked in the business, but have been lifelong invested fans, much like you, our listeners. With not only their opinions involved, but with countless amount of hours of research done each week, they make sure to provide proper facts and history to back it up. However, they do know that your opinion may vary from theirs. If there is anything you want to chat about, bring to their attention. If there is something they missed or forgot, or you just want to let them know they are out of their freaking minds, feel free to shoot them a message on Facebook or Twitter, or email them at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com. As always, they do appreciate all feedback and continued support. At the end of the day, they want to make sure that you do see the best of the best before you die. And now, this week's top topic.
I'm like 99% sure I know who the which one the worst one is. I'm fucking pretty sure. But I'm afraid because there's also some bad ones that could be sprinkled in there along the way. Is it Giant Gonzalez?
Why are you going to spoil it? Why don't you just turn it over to me and let me run with the fucking segment?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question. How many matches did Undertaker have altogether? Do you have that number? 27. It was 27. And we went, what, 20...
5-2?
No, it was 21-1. Before Lesnar got him. It was because he beat... Because I thought it was going to be 20-1 with Punk. I really thought Punk was going to get him. But it was 21-1 once Lesnar beat him. After that, I didn't give a fuck about his streak.
The streak didn't matter. Yeah, the record didn't matter at that point, you know?
Oh, I just figured out both. All right, hang on. If I'm right on this, just tell me. All right? Worst match, Giant Gonzalez. Second worst match, him versus Cena. WrestleMania 34.
Okay, so let's just get into the list.
All right.
Instead of doing guessing games.
I'm just curious if I'm right.
No, that's fine. And you had referenced...
I didn't get to make a list, God damn it.
You referenced... I know, right? So you referenced... You figured you knew what the last one was. You figured you knew what number 1 was. But number 2 you were kind of curious about. And I think with good reason. Because obviously, number 2 is Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, and number 27 is Undertaker versus Edge. We all know that. Edge and Taker is the worst match out of the lot. Obviously, that's a joke. No. Okay. Number 27, WrestleMania 9 against Giant Gonzalez. Worst match. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Chloroform. First time I learned what chloroform was about.
Yeah, right? There was a movie with Dabney Coleman, who was like an imaginary friend to a kid, like the daddy never had.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the kid got chloroformed by some old couple, some creepy old couple.
Yeah, dude.
Great movie, right? And we'll have to throw that on the list. Yeah. All right, so there's that one. All right, number 26 is WrestleMania 11, King Kong Bundy. Trash match.
Yeah,
trash match.
Yeah,
it meant nothing. Right, and that was like his. Let's see, that was his 5th WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
So you would have figured by then they would have had somebody lined up, and it was the end of King Kong Bundy's. It's not like it wasn't like AJ Styles' retirement. It was like you should have retired 2 years ago.
Well, he had just gotten done with the 1994 casket match with Yokozuna that had Chuck Norris, right?
Fucking
so
Chuck
come
Norris.
95, he needed someone. At that time, Undertaker was just battling giants because he was a face, but they needed the bigger guys. I get what they were doing. Wrong guy.
100%. So, yeah, not much to say. This next one is hard because it was a terrible match, but it was iconic because it was his first WrestleMania. At number 25 is WrestleMania 7 against Jimmy Snuka. Not a good match, but again, it was a passing of the torch. We've got the new guy and you've got Jimmy Snuka.
Well, I wouldn't say passing of a torch. That's a
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
It was the up and coming debuter for sure, cementing against an old legacy guy.
Right there, you go. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say now. This next one, so the next two are, this is where things kind of get muddy, right? This is where I started having problems, but we're just going to run with it. So number 24 is WrestleMania 15 against Big Boss Man. The cage match. Yeah. The hanging.
Jesus Christ. I almost think it should have went more into the earlier numbers, too.
I agree with you, but King Kong Bundy and John Gonzalez were the worst. Snuka... Honestly, you're right. I should have put Snuka a spot higher just because of, again, it was his first one and it was a legend he was facing, and So yeah, those ones are interchangeable.
But I understand.
Yeah, and I guess you could say the same about number 23. Now, and number 23, I honestly could have put maybe a couple spots higher, and you're going to disagree with me on this one probably, but I'm going to tell you why. So at number 23, I have WrestleMania 34 against John Cena. Because that wasn't even a scheduled match. That was John Cena just in the crowd, and he decided to go in the ring, call somebody out, and it was Taker. The reason
he did everything that was it.
It wasn't even really a match. Like there was no ref. There was no.
He lost to Roman the year before.
Yes.
And it was Cena summoning him. That's why if you heard me say against Cena at 34 a while ago. I almost put that next to Giant because I'm like Giant Gonzalez because I'm like it was just.
But it was about the pop.
Match. It was like 3 minutes to pop.
Because it was Cena and it was Taker, and Taker had that shit match against Roman Reigns, so it was just a way to get him back. So, but yes, it still belongs in the at the bottom of the list. Sure. So there's that. Another one that I probably you could argue could go lower. Was number 22. It's WrestleMania 19, and it ended up being a handicap match against Big Show and A-Train. Taker was going to have an opponent or a tag partner. I don't remember who it was. I didn't put it in the notes.
Give me a second. Hang on.
I can tell you. I can probably pull it up real quick.
Stop talking. Nathan Jones.
Yes, it was going to be. Nathan Jones was an Australian guy that they were starting to push.
And he sucked.
And
they're like, let's pull him from WrestleMania so that Undertaker can go 2-on-1, and we'll have Nathan Jones come in at the very end and do 2 kicks and call it a fucking day. Bingo. And that's exactly what happened. And then he was gone like a month or 2 later.
Yep, there you go. All right, nailed it. Very good. All right, number 21, WrestleMania 33 against Roman Reigns. It should have been the passing of the torch, and I think that's a more appropriate term there, even though Taker was kind of washed up at that point anyway. And he showed.
He couldn't keep up.
The match was bad, and then they made it worse with the tombstone reversal. And Roman looked dejected, and Roman looked dejected afterwards. Like, Roman looked pissed. So, yeah, it was bad. And, again, this one could have ended up lower down the list, honestly. But, I mean...
No, but I can see where it's at, because especially with the send-off, how they did it. I'm looking at everything. I'll tell you this right now. When I look at every Undertaker match right now for WrestleMania, I'm going entrance to bell.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Post-match. Yep, absolutely. Number 20, WrestleMania 8 versus Jake Roberts.
Not a bad match. It really wasn't horrible. I like that one.
Yeah.
It was his first real face push at that point, because everything that happened with after SummerSlam with him saving
Liz
Macho Man and Elizabeth. After that. And then from there, it began his little bit of a push as a face. But this is his first real face match, especially with Jake Roberts. I like this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, just based on some of the other stuff. And I'll be a little bit of a homer here because number 19, I have WrestleMania 13 where he faced Sid, who was the champion at the time.
Yeah. Again, you're in charge of the list. I would maybe put Roberts before Sid.
Yeah, I figured.
The only reason is because there was
for a Hoss match. It wasn't it wasn't bad.
But there was a lot of chicanery going on, man. Fucking Bret Hart got involved.
Yeah,
I think Shawn Michaels was a little bit involved.
But,
there was a lot of bullshit.
But also there was that vying for the title at that point, and you had some up and comers and Hart and Michaels. So I think
97, 98 it was the right time for him to establish it. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see where I leave off. Number 18, WrestleMania 12 versus Diesel.
Yeah.
Again, for a Diesel match and a Hoss match, wasn't that bad.
Diesel wanted to put over Taker. He said, on the way out, I'll put over Taker. I'll go on my back. And it was actually one of Diesel's better matches probably in his run next to his Hart shit.
Yep. So, solid match, man. Another one, it's tough, but WrestleMania 18 versus Ric Flair comes in at number 17.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one.
I remember all of my boys, everybody at the house watching this one, and I remember everybody was like, "Fucking Flair can still go," but Taker was beating the fuck out of him. It was a good match. It built in with David Flair too.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. But I mean, to me, there's an iconic, and correct me if I'm wrong here. There's an iconic photo. Or snippet or screenshot, whatever you want to call it, where Flair's got the red trunks on and he's got Taker in the figure 4, but Flair's busted open and he's got the blood and he does that thing where he's got his hands on the mat and you can tell he's like spazzing out, trying to fucking clench in that figure 4, but he's got blood all over his face. It's a great photo.
Yeah. They put on a good show. So I'm in agreement where this match is.
All right.
Maybe even higher if you look at some of the other ones, possibly,
sure.
But we'll
see.
See.
We're gonna get into a couple that I think are going to be that. I think this is where we're gonna start getting into the right. So at number 16, I have WrestleMania 22 against Mark Henry. If I'm
fair match.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, this was right after the fake retirement.
No, God no. By
you sure?
Mark Henry?
Yeah. Wasn't it?
God damn. Mark Henry's fake retirement was in 2013. This match, 22, was going to be 2006.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, no. This was, if I'm not mistaken, this may have even been a casket match.
I got, of course, naturally, I closed it.
Maybe it wasn't, but it was a fair match between Undertaker and Mark Henry, but he was never gonna drop the streak here.
No, definitely not. Not to Mark Henry. I feel like I gotta pull it up here. Here we go. Let's see.
WrestleMania 22, possibly a casket match.
Yeah, they did. It was a casket match. Yes, you are correct. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Where
don't call me the professor for nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
Say it.
Gotta fact check me. Say it. Number 15. WrestleMania 30, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's
it is iconic.
If
no matter
he was
what.
not concussed,
exactly.
Maybe it would be a different story.
It might be higher.
Sure. But for what happened, yeah, I'm okay. All right.
I mean, it's iconic.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Number 14. While they got it backwards, because it was the year after, they got it backwards, in my opinion. It was 31 was at number 14. 31 was against Bray Wyatt.
Bray should have been the one to fucking do it.
Bray should have been the one.
Bray faced John Cena at WrestleMania 30, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was a fucking hands down, not who I would have ever put. I would never have put Brock Lesnar against Taker. I would have had Bray Wyatt do it. Bray would have been set for life. Yep. He would have been. I still don't understand it, but yes.
Yeah, it's definitely
the only
a tough
reason that
one.
match is better is he was of sound and mind and body because he wasn't concussed.
Yeah, there is that one. Oh God, let's see here. I'm trying to find my notes because I've got like a website that they did their own ranking, and I have it saved just because I like referencing, their notes here. And naturally, I fucking can't find the one that I'm looking for here. So
How about you do yours?
We'll just go to it. Well, I am doing mine. Like I said, I'm trying to look for the notes here, dick nuts.
Try to.
All right. Anyway, we'll go to spot number 13, which is WrestleMania 20 against Kane.
Okay. Yeah. Fair match.
It's definitely not their best match. And again, I'm probably going to be wrong.
Better.
And the first was better, and you're probably going to tell me that I'm wrong here. But if American was he was the American Badass at this point,
all the way up until this part right here, because he was buried at Survivor Series by Vince and Kane at 2003, the Survivor Series, and then came back as the Undertaker.
And if I'm not mistaken, was it the match that Kane had a match against Rey Mysterio and Taker came out of the casket, or is that something else? Was that a different
time? Different time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. See, I get the shit conflated sometimes, but
that was more the mid or late 2000s.
But it was still a solid match because it didn't he reunite with Paul Bearer at this point? Taker?
This year is 2000. I'm sorry, WrestleMania 20. Yes, because
okay. I got something right at least.
Paul Bearer came out with the yes, and everybody lost their shit.
Yep. There you go. All right. So there you go. Number 12, WrestleMania 32 versus Shane McMahon. It's a preposterous match, but the build of Shane confronting Stephanie and Vince and saying, fuck you, and Vince being like, okay, fine, you're going to face Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. It was
and we still didn't find out what was in the box.
Yeah, well, we didn't need to know. What's in the box?
My favorite thing was Vince in the lead up. He goes, you're going to go fucking beating on live TV, and he's...
It was great, but when you watch the documentary, that Shane episode, that's the one where Shane goes back and hugged him. And he's like, I feel like I got his respect finally.
Yeah.
So this one, it's a soft spot. I remember watching this one live. Again, preposterous that he would go that long against Undertaker, but it was about trying to prove something. So I think that means something. It's very meaningful for me.
I just watched a video where Drew McIntyre said falling halfway from the cell down to the table hurt his body.
You think?
And then I'm the guy over here being like, fuck Shane McMahon. As soon as he fell on that table, you saw the table deflate like a because it had like a big crash landing pad under it.
Right. Obviously, but still.
I need the crash landing pad, so who am I?
All right. Number 11, WrestleMania 14 versus Kane.
Good match. Needed 3 tombstones to put Kane out. Loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Was this the one after Bad Blood where Kane debuted?
It is. It was their first ever match.
Yeah, so perfect. I mean, it was a perfect
great build-up. They did a great job.
All right. Let's see here. What did we just do? Nope, that's not right. No, is that right? I feel like I'm getting something. Okay, no, I've got it. What the fuck is wrong with me, bro? I feel like I'm...
You said number 11, 12, 13?
No, I know, but I feel like I'm missing something on my list here.
Probably.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not missing anything. Number 10, we're in our top 10, WrestleMania. I was looking for something and I couldn't see it. WrestleMania 27 versus Triple H.
Okay. This is the first one.
The first one. After the...
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is... Wait.
No holds
where
barred.
He cuts his hair? No, cuts
Triple
his hair
H?
before Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Or Taker
I'm talking
does.
about Taker.
Taker does, yes. No, Taker still had the long hair for this one. Yeah.
Oh, this was a good build-up, man. I think one of my favorite build-ups randomly for WrestleMania. He was coming back, and it was the song Ain't No Grave. Ain't no grave can hold my body down.
Yep.
And then Triple H comes out, does his thing, gets ready, and then fucking Taker comes out right after, or vice versa. Taker comes out first for that with his song. Everybody was all ready for him. And then Triple H comes out. They didn't say shit. Crotch chop, slice to the throat, see you at WrestleMania. I don't know why, still one of my favorite build-ups to a WrestleMania. I'm like, it was done. I'm like, no one said shit. And I was like, good stuff. I liked this one. But
yeah, it was solid.
I think Hell in a Cell between them was a little bit better, plus 17.
Well, I think, 100%. And I think the top, well, all right, well, let's just get on with it. Number 9 is WrestleMania 21 versus Randy Orton.
Good spot. Very good spot.
Solid match because
Randy.
Boom, exactly. Because he had already made a splash, but he needed just something a little extra just to push him over the edge. And they had that RKO at the end where you almost thought Orton was going to fucking pull off the upset.
Well, plus for Randy at this point, he's about a year in or two where his attitude is starting to piss some people off. So the fact that Taker was willing to work with him, he needed this at that point.
Yeah, 100%. Even if he was a legacy, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, solid match, man. Number 8, an all-time personal favorite of mine. But I think it could have been maybe a few spots higher, but based on what it is, I think it's right where it should be. Number 8 is WrestleMania 36, the Boneyard match versus AJ Styles.
I think it's very well placed. To be honest with you, it's funny because it's his very last match, and you're like, I could put it at the very top, I could put it at the very bottom, like it's different, but I liked it. My favorite part, look what you did. You made me bleed.
It was so great. I'm going to put my fist through a car window, and now I cut my elbow up all the shit, and I'm just going to talk shit.
Have you seen the video of him, his wife, and AJ talking about that? And he's like, yeah, that part was real. And he's like, oh, shit, he's really bleeding right now. He's like, you made me bleed. I'm like, that shit's real good shit, man.
Right, absolutely.
I liked it. I think, for what 36 was, I think everybody did a good job. It was weeks into the pandemic. It wasn't like you had months to prepare. We were like 2 to 3 weeks at most in the pandemic. So the Cena Bray Wyatt, the Taker style stuff, loved it.
Absolutely. Number 7 is WrestleMania 17 versus Triple H. We just talked about this on the Wars. What an outstanding match. Just a fucking brawl. I mean, we just reviewed it. I guess we don't have to talk about it much.
No, not much. I'm just nodding my head. I'm like, good shit.
Number 6, WrestleMania 23 versus Batista for the title.
I put this a little higher, but I'm curious to see how the rest of this thing plays out.
It's hard to because again, I almost thought about putting WrestleMania 17 over this.
This match I just watched a couple of weeks back, I think right before my vacation. Very good. These guys were pissed that Cena and Michaels were taking the main event slot, and they put on a classic. I think their match was better than Cena and Michaels, personally.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Yeah, this was another one. It was a sleeper. I mean, it's a solid fucking match. I never was a huge Batista fan, but I've watched this match several times, and it's just good.
Never was really a Batista fan.
Yeah.
Put him against Taker. I like it's the hoss, right?
You're right. Absolutely. Number 5. Here's where we might start getting you a little bit pissed off. Number 5, WrestleMania 29 versus CM Punk.
Love it. I'm fine.
I mean, top 5.
Hang on. I think it's a good match. Do I think it's his best? No. Great moments. My favorite is Punk doing the Anaconda Vice 1, 2, 3, they pop up and they're staring face to face. Cinema.
Yep, absolutely.
Kinda
Undertaker's
like,
always been. Yeah.
You remember that part at WrestleMania 34? Alexa Bliss slapped Nia Jax.
Mm.
And Nia screamed at her, and then Alexa screamed back like, ah! They did the right like they had the
Show
camera
me your
there
war
for
face.
the right cinema. Yeah. Same thing. This was a good cinema moment. I think they did a great job with this match, but I don't think it's his Taker's best.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. All right. Honestly, I think this is the spot where you might disagree with me. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Number 4. What do you think with number 4? All right. You know what? Fuck that. No. Number 4. WrestleMania 24 versus Edge.
I'm okay with it. You know why? I'm a guy who likes an uninterrupted match.
Mm-hmm. Hell in a Cell, right?
No, well, what I'm saying is this match here had Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, Vicky, Chavo. A lot of people got involved. Love that he won the world title at WrestleMania in the main event against Edge. Fucking love it.
Yeah, this is for the title, too. I forgot to mention that. Yep. My bad.
However, his very best, sometimes I like a match that's uninterrupted. Before I do like something like this. This had a lot of chicanery.
Yeah, these guys had a good feud. Where was the Hell? Was the Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell for them was the SummerSlam following.
SummerSlam. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just. I mean,
Good
you're looking at. Okay, so Triple H, we had that was the brawl, right? It's just a brawl, right? And then you had Batista, Punk, and Edge. All three of those matches, just good storytelling, and the title was involved for 2 of them, and they were just good matches.
And Taker offered the streak, and so did Vince to Edge.
Oh,
and he said he didn't want it.
Wow, I did not know that. Well, there you go. Very good.
Didn't want it.
All right. Well, we get to our top 3, and I don't think number 1 and 2 are going to be much of a surprise, and I don't think number 3 is going to be, like I said, the Edge one.
I hope 3 is where it should be before 2.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, I don't think it is going to be for you. I don't think it is.
God damn it! You're going to do the stupid obvious.
Yeah, I am going to do the stupid obvious. Actually, no, I'm not. I lied. Edge, actually, I thought could have actually gone to number 3.
100%.
And I am going to do. I am not going to do the thing. Number 3 is WrestleMania 26 against Shawn Michaels.
Thank you.
It wasn't. It was still an outstanding match. It was impossible to live up to what they did at a previous match. We'll say.
That's why I said it's good. It's not great. It's good.
Yeah, it was the retirement. It is iconic. It is good, and it definitely belongs. It definitely belongs in the top 3. I'm actually surprised, or I'm interested to get your thoughts, because we'll just jump to number 2, because I feel like we've discussed number 2 before, and I feel like in the past you've been like, it's just there was this, there was that, or maybe I'm misremembering, I don't know. But for me, it is quite possibly one of my favorite Undertaker matches of all time. Number 2 is WrestleMania 28 against Triple H with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee, the end of an era. I absolutely adore that fucking match.
Hang on. We've talked about it for other reasons, and you had, switched my mind. I will say for this match, for every match that he had competitive-wise, and especially where his streak was on the line, this was one of the ones I thought Punk was going to take it, okay? I wanted Punk to take it.
Sure.
This one where I was like, oh, motherfucker, they're going to do this. Oh, my God, please don't do it. Are you serious? Like, everybody did, especially with the sweet chin music into the pedigree. Everybody's like, oh, my God. And then, Michaels does his over-exaggerating
and in the corner, but still it worked. It worked.
It did. So my point, here's the thing. I was against it. My wife is a very, very, very big Undertaker fan.
I know. Yep.
So we watched 27, 28, 29, and 30 all together in a row. When this one happened, she was losing her shit, especially with that sweet chin music into the pedigree. She was like, motherfucker. She was like Michaels in the corner. So, no, honestly, I think this is rightfully set up as number 2. Honestly, it's one of the more exciting Undertaker matches. I think 26 was what it was because of what is coming in at number 1.
Yeah. And just real quick, I mean, obviously number 1 is obvious, we'll get there in a second. But next to that, stop taunting, I know. You wore that on purpose, by the way, I'm sure.
I didn't, but it's really funny. I'm wearing a WrestleMania 25 hoodie. Yeah, I think it's hysterical because you know what? I was there, ODM.
I was there, man. Chuck and Bob in the front row. WrestleMania 28 is one of those matches that I will watch that I think I watched that Mania 28 match more than I do number 1.
25.
The number 1 spot.
Oh, got you. Yes.
Which kayfabe, pal, is WrestleMania 25 against Shawn Michaels. Everybody knew that was going to be number 1. Yeah. It is one of the greatest matches of all time. There's really not much more to be said. Even you take the Taker almost killing himself spot out of it, and it is still an outstanding match. The look on Taker's face when HBK kicks out of the tombstone. The moonsault where Taker catches him to hit the tombstone to end the match. The entrances. The build-up. The look on Shawn Michaels' face as fucking Taker comes to the ring. Everything from this, like you say, when you say cinema, Martin Scorsese in the chair, cinema. This is the fucking match. This is, well, show me what wrestling's really about.
Yeah.
The hype package and then this match. That's it.
And it's funny, the heaven and hell, right? He's coming down.
Beautiful.
All of that.
And the best part is when he comes down and he's all fucking godly, and then his music hits and he rips the shit off and he just starts dancing, dude. It's so fucking great.
We, obviously I was there. It was me, that boy, and our buddy Brian. And the day before, during WrestleMania Access, they were going around the ring interviewing everybody. Who do you think's winning? Who do you think's winning? Everybody, Taker. And I go, HBK. And I got a lot of boos on me, man. But I was like, I feel it. He could be the one to do it, man. Like, it was the first time they were in. Taker had never pinned Shawn Michaels before this match.
Because they've had a feud. There was the whole
Ground Zero, Royal Rumble, all those matches.
First Hell in a Cell.
Prior. Yes. So I was adamant on Shawn winning the match. And honestly, there's never going to be another match I could be in front of in my entire life that will ever be as great as that was. And it's funny because the following 2 matches was Cena defeating Edge and Big Show for the world title, and then Triple H cheating to defeat Randy Orton, but if he was to cheat, he was to lose his title, but still cheated and still won. Everybody was like, the shit should have just ended after Michaels and Taker. It was such a good match. So, no, you're dead on. That's the right one. And I do think your number 2 is very spot on. I'm with you on that. I do think I would bring Batista and Taker a touch closer in my own list.
Fair enough.
Overall, I'm very happy with the list you put together, man. That was good shit.
That's surprising. I expected a little more flack here, but
no, you were dead on with where things need to be sitting. You don't.
Yeah,
even the Boneyard match, it's like it deserved to be a midway number because it. Yes, it was cinematic, but it wasn't his worst shit of all time. It wasn't
a match. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
It became
absolutely.
A fucking meme.
A meme, and it was great. I loved it. I mean, it was dealing with the pandemic. I think it was one of the best things. Yeah, I mean, again, look at Batista. Batista was number 6, and you've got your top 3, which is the 2 against HBK and the last one against Triple H, the end of an era, and the other 2 were Edge and CM Punk. I mean, you're picking at nits at that point. That was a hard one. Yeah, no, exactly.
And you're right, and you know what? Any one of them could have swapped a little bit near each other. 100%.
Yep, absolutely.
No, very happy with that. Good list. And man, that's exciting because we're not going to see any more Undertaker matches at WrestleMania, but This is the first time we've ever ranked all of them together, so good shit. I do miss the Nightwing thing where we have good shit.
We might have to
use
that
in the new version of whatever we do.
The new toe?
The new toe. So, next week, man, we're going to be talking a movie, Defending Your Life. Albert Brooks, Meryl Streep, what's his name? Rip something. The guy that's I'm gonna have to look this up. Anyway,
yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch this movie yet?
The guy that throws confetti all over the place?
No, wrong guy.
The guy from Men in Black?
I am talking about Rip Torn.
Yeah.
No, he's the guy. Yes, that if he was in Men in Black, then yes.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. So I've talked to you about this movie before. I don't think it's on a Tubi thing, man. It is on some other things you may have to look through, but it's about Albert Brooks who fucking gets in a car accident and dies, and he has to go before a court in the afterlife to see if he is worthy to go back for another chance at life or if he's just fucked. And how he addressed things in life, and he falls in love with this chick Meryl Streep. So, did you ever watch this at all before? Does it sound familiar?
No, remember we talked because like a month back you talked about a movie. I'm like, oh, is that the one where the guy gets in a car crash in the beginning and dies and goes to heaven and has to figure out his life? And you're like, yeah, no, actually that's not it. And this is the movie that I was thinking about.
Okay, so this is the one. All right. And Rip Torn is his attorney, which is great. And they go into the afterlife. You can eat anything you want. You never gain a pound. Good shit. I'm excited about talking about this one next week. It was a 1991 Albert Brooks classic. I like Albert Brooks. He used to be in a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and again, I told you, one of my favorite Simpsons episode is the one where he plays the voice of Hank Scorpio.
Yes.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. And we just did The Scout.
I was just going to say, we just did The Scout. Oh, I love how he's trying to fucking just get the license for him to be okay to play baseball. He's like, I think that looks okay, don't you? That's all right. Oh, Albert Brooks. Well, we're going to talk about the movie Defending Your Life next week. Plus, it's going to be our go-home show for WrestleMania 42. Quattro Deuce, baby. So, we'll be giving our... fuck you, whatever. It was me trying to be hip.
Kayfabe, pal.
We're going to give our predictions next week. All I'm hoping is, by the end of this Friday, Carmelo Hayes has been inserted into the U.S. title picture match. Besides that, you are going to get some very upset people. And I will tell you, he is going to be the most over motherfucker. It's going to be like the LA Knight Karrion Kross the last over years, and you're going to forget about it and not do anything. Put him on the card. Outside of that, we'll be talking about the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view. Who won? Who lost? So, other than that, yeah, we'll be back next week. We are the Top of Wrestling Podcast. We do wrestling. That's what we talk about, mostly. I'm the Professor. I bid you a farewell. He's ODM. He bids you his thoughts.
Thanks, Professor. Welcome back.
You're welcome.
Did you ever notice that knot on Liv's almost looks like a toe? It's kind of gross. You had just mentioned...
it looks like a nipple. You can hardly notice a nipple.
Hell yes, suck toes. Welcome to the toe. Can I help you?
Yo, I just realized. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the toe. Yeah, we suck toes. Fuck you. Anyway.
Hell yeah, we suck toes. You had just mentioned hopefully Carmelo Hayes gets shoehorned into that match. And, you got to think about this, man. This is some fucked up shit because Hayes came up to the main roster. They really didn't use him. And then they put the U.S. title on him. Then they took it off. Then they gave it back. Then they took him off. And now it's like he's not going to be on WrestleMania. How pissed off are you if you're Carmelo Hayes? You're like, Triple H don't like black guys, but he called me up. I'm going to get oh, no, wait, I'm sitting on the sidelines. And now you've got Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. And Carmelo Hayes is like, what, am I not black enough?
Are you sure those are your final thoughts?
Hopefully World War III doesn't start. God bless. Allah.
The Top of Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by The Top of Wrestling Podcast. Your hosts are the Professor Mark Fantasia and ODM, the Doc, Joe Rizzo. Feel free to reach out to the show by email at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com, on their Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. You can listen to the show on most popular platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube. Without your continued support, it would be just some guys talking wrestling, which is pretty much what it is anyway. Good night, folks.